My phone of the year is right around the corner, and honestly, I couldn't be any happier. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 looks to be like yet another incremental upgrade over the Z Fold 4, but to be honest, I don't have any complaints. As you all know, I've been a huge fan of the latest foldable, the Z Fold 4, only to replace it with the S23 Ultra, which, although it was a great phone, in my opinion, it was a really big mistake. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 was leaked not too long ago, and it features a hinge that allows the phone to completely fold flat. This was one of my biggest issues with the Fold 4, as it allowed so much dust and debris inside of the gap. Thankfully, it looks like this isn't going to be a problem, and what's nice about this too is it'll allow the phone's overall footprint to be a little thinner as well, since it's not acting as a teardrop by getting thicker at the hinge. A lot of rumors do suggest that the new dumbbell hinge that is incorporated into this design will eliminate the crease as well, though I am a huge skeptic, although it would be nice to see no crease. I do think it is wishful thinking. It may look better, but I don't quite think we're there yet as far as eliminating it really goes. Before we go any further though, I just want to say thank you all so much for supporting this channel. It means the absolute world to me, and we're pushing very close to 25,000 subscribers, which honestly, I don't even know what to say. It's actually crazy. So thank you so much for showing your love and support, and I'll just try to keep making these videos. That's the best that I can do. It looks to be the same sized inner and outer display at 6.2 inches and 7.6 inches respectively, with both being once again 120 Hz. But one upgrade I'm super excited about is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 from Qualcomm, the same chip that we had inside of the S23 Ultra. This thing has been an absolute unit in flagship devices, offering amazing efficiency, battery life, and performance. It's a very welcome addition to the Fold, and I'm stoked to see the 8 Gen 2 come to this device. I'm someone who uses my Fold a lot for gaming, especially gaming emulation, and while the 8 Plus Gen 1 handled everything no problem, having a little kick to that performance goes a long way. Especially considering that battery life, it'll allow me to play for extended periods of time without really breaking a sweat. My guess is that due to this phone also using the 8 Gen 2, we will be seeing faster RAM and faster storage with the UFS 4.0 standard instead of UFS 3.1. I doubt very much else is going to change in regard to the actual device, like the camera. It seems like we're going to have very similar, if not the same, camera sensors, but that could change as time goes on and we find out more about the device. I'll be honest though, I'm very excited to get my hands on another foldable. I feel like I got kind of spat on by Google with the fact that the Pixel Fold is just outright not available in Canada, and that sucks. It's not that I think the Pixel Fold is like the best foldable out there by any means, but it does look very interesting, and it's a form factor that I would have really liked to try. I think the size of the phone is perfect, with it being a lot shorter and stubbier, so it opens up to a much wider aspect ratio. This is something that I always thought made the Oppo Find N look really intriguing, but again, it's a phone that I never had been lucky enough to use or look at in person, which is why I feel excited for the Fold, but also a little sad in a way that this device hasn't changed much, sticking with the design that Samsung seems to think that they nailed. On one hand, the Z Fold 4 is very comfortable to use, at least in my opinion, because it's tall and narrow, and it being thicker allows you to navigate the phone easily when you have one hand out and about. It's easy to reach whatever you need to. Typing on it was difficult to get used to, but once I did, it was a breeze, and the overall experience of the cover display was enjoyable. But there's something about it that always left me wishing there was a normal aspect ratio for reading apps like Twitter, for example. With the Pixel Fold, it seems like it would be great to use since you have the benefit of a foldable with a larger inner display for multimedia or whatever you wish to do, but the outside cover display isn't much smaller than a conventional smartphone, allowing you to use it without feeling limited. I just wish that there were more devices in North America that had this sort of design language or flexibility, and I really wish that the Pixel Fold was here in Canada for purchase so I can give it a go. Because ever since I've been back on a conventional smartphone, it's made me really miss my Fold. Moving away from the Fold though, I do want to talk about the new Flip, as it seems to have got some of the most changes out of these two devices and looks quite interesting. Again, it'll be using that new dumbbell hinge so it can fold flat upon itself, which is a huge bonus, especially for this kind of portable phone where it ends up being placed in a purse or a bag. It'll also be rocking the 8 Gen 2, which is solid and should allow the Flip 5 to run circles around the Flip 4 when it comes to battery performance, since this flip form factor does make for a smaller battery. But one thing that I find to be the absolute killer about the Flip 5, and something that I think will end up selling a lot of units, is going to be that larger cover display. The Flip is going to have a much larger outer display, allowing you to do more with the phone without having to open it up. Not only will it be more functional, but I do like how it also looks aesthetically. We've been seeing this trend with flip phones, especially the latest Motorola Razr Plus, which, by the way, I think looks absolutely insane. Actually, you know what? Comment down below if you think that I should pick up the Razr Plus for this channel to make a review or some videos on it, because that is a phone that I can actually purchase here in Canada, and I think that it is pretty interesting. I've never actually used like one of those flip style phones, so I think it would be a really cool device to kind of give a run for its money. I would get it, I just need to gauge your interest on it because it is a $1,000 phone here in Canada. Anyways though, what do you think about the new Flip 5 and the new Fold 4? Are you planning on picking one up? Have they not changed enough for you to actually consider purchasing one? Do you just not like the aspect ratio of the cover display? What is stopping you from picking one up if you don't want this device? I'd love to hear it in the comments down below. I for sure will be getting the Fold because that phone has been calling my name ever since I sold the Fold 4, but that, I mean, it is what it is. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like down below, subscribe for more content. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.